Hello, Luis. Sorry for taking a bit of time before getting back to you, but just wanted to go over your website and give you a couple of pointers on how you can bring in more business through it. So first off, I really like the site. Looks nice. It's really good that you guys have these call to actions up here. The click to call, free estimate, the form. That's super important. So good job in having those. As far as SEO goes, my first thoughts when looking at this site is you don't have very much content. The content length is a really big ranking factor in Google, and the reason for that is how Google works is it's a bot. It goes through and reads every word that you have on the website, and it counts how many times you use each one. So like used roofing 7 times on that page, But you want to have the keywords that you want to be ranking for in the actual text of the content. In order to have the right keywords, you need to have longer length. Usually for a home page, on a competitive niche like roofing, I try to have around 1,500 words of content. And it looks like you guys have around 150 or so. So that's not very much. And because of that, I don't think you guys are really ranking. You're only indexed for 6 organic keywords, just your name. So that's not good. So that means that Google doesn't know what your website is about because you don't have enough content. So let me show you an example of a website that does have good content. So if I look up a roofing company in New York City, New York Roofing is one of the top ones, and I put them in the same kind of tool. They're currently indexed for 300 keywords. So they have a lot more content. Google knows what they're about. And these are the keywords that they're indexed for and they're ranking for currently. So if I were you guys, I would go through and take a list of keywords like this, ones with really high search volume, and include them in content and write a lot more content. So for example, Roofing New York, it's searched 150 times per month. These guys are currently in position number 1. They're getting 62 people to click on their website every month from that one keyword search term. Roofing New York, NYC gets searched 150 times. New York Roofer gets searched 40 times, etc. When you're choosing keywords, you want to have keywords that have the location in it. Like roofing repair gets searched 2,300 times, but those people who are clicking on his website aren't necessarily in his area. So you want to have location-specific keywords. The other factor you want to be looking into is this one right here. It's called keyword difficulty. It's how hard it is to rank. These are all semi-competitive keywords. It's on a scale of 0 to 100. Like this one right here, number 5. That's pretty easy. You could rank within 3 or 4 months of doing SEO for that keyword. But this 29, 21, 11, those will take a lot more SEO investment and time. And what I mean by that is there's a couple of different ranking factors as far as SEO goes that Google takes into account when choosing who ranks where. But the first step is getting, of course, the right keywords. The second step is making sure your website is set up correctly, having something called H1 tags, having keywords with the H1 tags, the sitemap completed, and the page speed, which it looks like you guys have that stuff set up already. The page speed wasn't too bad. It looks like when I click on another page, it doesn't take too long to load. Could be improved a little bit, but yeah, the other main factor for ranking is something called backlinks. So you currently don't have any backlinks, but your competitors, we can look at some of those. Let's look at the New York Roofing one. So what a backlink is, if you've never been told about it before, is it's your website link being on another website. So for example, if you wrote a blog post or an article about the best kind of new roofing shingle, like Tesla roofing shingles or something like that that's popular nowadays, and you write a really good article about it and other people reference it or quote it or talk about your article, every time they post a link back to your webpage, that's called a backlink. And the backlink is telling Google's bots that your website content is really valuable, it's really trustworthy, so a lot of people are talking about it, they're referencing it, that must mean it's good content. And so it will increase your rankings for all of the keywords that you're indexed for. So this guy, he has 46 do follow backlinks. The other competitor I was looking at is Roberts, because he was more local to your area. I don't think you guys are directly in New York City, right? You're in, let's see, where were you guys? Newburgh, yeah. So this Robert guy, he's ranking number 1 for Newburgh. Yeah, Robert's Roofing Newburgh, New York, gets searched 20 times a month. So not nearly as much as New York City, but still it's super easy, 0 keyword difficulty. So you could rank really easily for that if you had that keyword on your website. The other thing I wanted to quickly go over is something called the Google My Business listing. Let me check to see if you guys have one. You all see. So if I look up your name, it should show up your Google Business listing. Yep, there it is. So you want to notice when somebody searches online for a different service, the first thing that shows up is this Google Map Pack. So getting in the top 3 of this is really, really important, is that a lot of the leads and calls are going to be coming through that map pack. So let's see your business listing to see if there's anything that you need to fix. So this is good. You have a lot of photos. Constantly posting posts and photos on your Google Business listing helps keep it fresh and ranking really high. Another thing is the reviews. Looks like you guys got a really good review, so that's awesome. Another thing you need to make sure you have is have the categories set up correctly. Looks like you have roofing contractor, general contractor, gutter cleaning, siding contractor, so that's all good. The last thing that goes into ranking is something called citations. So getting your business listed in lots of different directories, like Home Advisor, Yellow Pages, Thumbtack, BBB, Angie's List, etc. Every time you get your business listed in one of these kind of sites, it makes your business name more credible, and your Google business listing will increase in rank, which is really important because you want to be found and get people to call you. So usually when I'm doing SEO for a company, I'll get around 100 or 200 of those, and it'll help boost the rankings on the map listing pretty quickly. Anyways, if you have other questions or you want me to look up more keywords for these like little towns around here, feel free to ask me. I'm not sure if you guys actually work in New York City or not. It's kind of far away, but be happy to help you guys any way you might need. Thanks. Have a good one.